Chandler Parsons says, I think it's not even close that the Thunder have the best core now, and they have the best core moving forward.
Core, is that 2 players, 3 players? What?
Well, they got every Williams that lives in Oklahoma is on the team. They got like 7 guys named Williams on the team. So Jaylen Williams, one with a Y and the other with an L. But
because, I mean, your core right now is Shai, Chet. I mean, start the season, Giddey was part of that core, but he went from averaging 16 to averaging 12 this year, so he's having a down year.
Yeah.
He's averaging less than he did his rookie year. His rookie year was 12-8 and 12-8-6. This year is 12-6-4. So is he part of my core? Really, I got 2 players. I mean, are those 3 better than Fox, Sabonis, and Murray? Grizzlies, Bane, and Jaren. Raptors, Quickly, Barrett, and Barnes. I mean, you got a few teams out there that got a nice little young nucleus.
Right. I mean, if you want to say they got one of the best young players, okay, I get that with Shai. Obviously, he's right there. What is he, like 22, 23?
Yep. 22, 24, yeah.
And when you look at it, and I don't know if you said this, Perk and I was talking about it on our first take, and you talking about the trade is that Doc was explaining, said like, hey, Kawhi, I think you need to get this kid a chance, and he's like, nope, if you don't get PG, if I can't get PG, I'm gonna have to go to the other team.
Yeah.
And Perk and I agree. Shai better than Paul George right now. Shai better than Kawhi. I mean, I'm talking about Kawhi right now. Now, Kawhi got accolades. Kawhi is a 2-time finals champ. He's a 2-time finals MVP. There's no denying that. But Shai better right now.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he was better. He was better last year.
He better. And I can count on him. He going to play. He going to give me 70 games.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I said. They have one guy, they have Chet. And then from there, you got Giddey. I mean, like Bane and Jaren, seems like a more solid 3.
Yeah.
Right? It's a 3. It's 3. To be honest, because they're still young, I mean, Boston,
I mean, with Tatum, Brown and Derek and White.
Yeah, Tatum, Brown, and White. I mean, if
Porzingis.
I mean, but with those 2, you still got a solid unit. So, when they make statements like, core, they have a nice core, like how young you're talking, so you can cut out some of these numbers. But Grizzlies, Grizzlies sacking OKC. They're right there.
Right. No, I agree. Metta says Wembanyama for sure will score 101 points in the NBA game. Wembanyama is the closest to Will that we'll ever see. He's going to run into a Detroit Pistons from a year or the Clippers 20 years ago. He's going to get 101.
Can we drill test retired players too?
Yeah, they should. He must have been. I'm trying to make sure ain't none of my bottles been open behind me, Gil, because he clearly broke in my house and drank a whole bottle. I mean, people they make it. First of all, obviously he's skilled. He's 7'4", 7'3.5", 7'4". He's skilled. He can shoot like no other 7'4" guy that we've ever seen. Got nice handles. But do you know how incredibly efficient you're going to have to be to get 100 points?
Okay. If we rewind time and go back to the year, there's a Shaq's when he lost that scoring title to David Robinson.
David Robinson had 71.
Yeah. So how he got that 71 is it could be a possibility for Wemby, but his team don't like him like that. Where they was force feeding David Robinson so he can beat that scoring title. Right? Now, if he had teammates like David Robinson did and say, hey, you want to score 101?
Yeah.
We just going to give you the ball every single time, and we just going to see if you can break it. That ain't today's basketball. Right? It's unlikely.
But when you go look at how many shots when Kobe scored 80, when Wilt scored 100, I think he shot like 48 times. He was 28, if I'm not mistaken, he was like 28 or 32 from the free throw line. What's the likelihood of somebody getting up 48 shots in an NBA game? Now, Kobe got up 50 his last game. He scored 60.
Yeah, see, okay, so when you talk about something like that, like it has to be one of those days where the team is like, okay, we're gonna allow you to do this. And the fact that he is 7'6" and most of those buckets can be right under the basket.
Right.
Right. It won't happen, but let's say, hey, I need 101 points to break the scoring record. And the teammates be like, all right, bet, let's do this.
But do you really? But here's the thing,
not in a competitive game. No, right. It won't happen in a competitive game.
And plus, you're gonna probably have to shoot somewhere between 30 and 40 free throws. And you're gonna have to make like 95% of them.
Yeah. But he gets you free throws.
What's Wemby's free throw percentage? Now, that was Wilt's greatest free throw that night. He went 28 or 32.
See, it was meant. It was meant. It was meant.
But and the thing was, they were stalling the ball. They didn't want him to get it. So they just like he's shooting 78%. So in other words, he got to shoot like 60 free throws and make like 48 of them.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I said. It's unrealistic. It's just one of those days. It's going to be one of those days where.
And they're not going to let you do it, Gil. Because you remember when Book had that streak. I think he had like 3 games in a row. He had averaged like 50. And then he had like 44 with like 5 minutes to go. And they just triple teamed him. Like, nah, you're not going to do this. You're not going to get 50 on us again. Nope. It ain't going to happen.
I mean, pride from the other team.
Yeah.
But that's where the fouling comes in too, where I don't want you to score, so I'm going to foul you. You earn it at the free throw line.
Right.